What we're going to be doing today is having a small group virtual discussion on energy transformations. So, we've already talked about energy transformations, but I do want you to go back. There's a video that's linked here. I want you to watch that video. So, you can either put it in presentation mode by clicking in the top corner, and you can click on the link here, and that will open the page for you. Or if you click over the link itself, if you click on the link itself or hover over it, it should pop up the link down below. My computer's trying to do too many things here, so it's not liking me recording this. But if you hover over it and click, it will pull up the link as well. So first thing I want you to do is watch the video to review. Then your directions for this activity, you're going to read through each card, type your name and an explanation of your answer. I do want you to make sure that you are giving me information that says that you know what you're talking about, something that somebody else can read and make sure that they kind of understand what you're saying and that they understand the topic as well. So we're really going to be working together to make sure we all understand this information. After you've given your answer, you're going to change your name. You're going to change your name and your answer to a specific color choice. So I'll show you an example here in a moment, but I'll type Mrs. Smith and I'll change it to purple just so that when I go back and respond, I don't have to write my name and I kind of already know who's, when I go back through and grade and look at, our conversations, that I can see who has made each suggestion or typed each answer. And then when you are done answering your own for each slide, all 9 of the cards that I'll go through in just a few minutes, I do want you to go back and respond. So there are kind of 3 steps. You're going to read your own or read the card, write your answer, and then I want you to respond to one classmate on each slide. So when we're doing that, that's kind of a new thing, but I think it's really important for us to kind of use those tools, use that collaboration to help us all understand. So when you respond to your classmates, I want you to be kind. Your job is to help your classmate understand. Help make sure that they know what we're doing, that they kind of can see those different types of energy, and that we're working together to be successful. You can make suggestions. So you can kind of say, and I've put a little sentence starter here, but I see what you mean, but I see mechanical energy because when you plug in a fan and we use electricity, it converts it into mechanical energy or kinetic energy because we're looking at energy in motion. It is pushing the air molecules away. So I see what you mean when you say electricity, but what's actually causing the air to blow is the mechanical energy or the kinetic energy of the fan blade actually moving. So you just kind of make a suggestion, but you're also being kind by saying, I see what you're saying, but think about it this way. That would be a suggestion. You can add to their idea. I like how you said this, but I would like to add this, or I'd like to add that when the blade moves, the fan blade moves, that is mechanical energy, but it's also pushing the air away, which causes energy and motion or kinetic energy. You can agree with their thinking. I agree with this. I also think that when the fan blade moves, that's mechanical energy instead of kinetic because there's motion involved. You can explain your thinking. This is kind of another way of politely correcting somebody. So, you can say, I was thinking the answer was not what you were thinking, but was mechanical energy or was sound energy because we're talking about the fan blade moving and the air molecules vibrating, and we're able to hear that noise of the air moving or the blade, the machine moving. So you kind of explain your thinking by, again, politely correcting your peers. So what I would do is see if I can get this out of presentation mode. There we go. So I'm going to read the slide first. My first card is uses of energy. List 3 forms of energy in this picture. Are all 3 forms of energy needed to use this lamp? So I'm going to go ahead and I will delete student name. And my first student responding to this is Mrs. Smith. And as mentioned before, I want you to change your font color. So I'm going to go ahead and make mine purple. It's my favorite color. So Mrs. Smith says, I see electrical energy, electromagnetic energy, and thermal energy. All 3 are needed because the electrical powers the lamp. The electromagnetic energy is light, and thermal energy is let out when an energy transformations, and I know I have errors, I'll go back to those in a second, takes place. So this is sort of a long-winded answer, but as a teacher, it should be. And if you're watching this video, you have a really good answer for number 1. So I see electrical energy, electromagnetic energy, which is light, and thermal energy, because I know that whenever a transformation takes place, that heat's released, or when a light bulb is on for too long, it gets hot. So that would be my 3 types of energy that I can see in this picture. Then I'll go on to number 2. And again, Mrs. Smith is going to be purple because I'm going to keep this consistent through all of my discussion. Describe how this guitar makes music. What forms of energy are involved? Okay, this is more of an open-ended question where, you might be able to really add to what somebody else is thinking. But I say the guitar string is plucked by the guitarist. The motion of the string vibrates the air molecules and makes sound. It's a disturbance. Remember, we talked about if I clap, my clapping motion, that motion is going to create a disturbance in the air molecules, and it's going to travel as longitudinal waves that go to my ear so that I can hear that sound of the guitar. So that is my answer. Now, once I've gone through and I've answered all of these questions, then I'm going to go back to my first slide. Now we've all kind of had time to answer a question. So let's say we'll go ahead and put Mr. Smith here, and I know he is going to pick blue. And he says, I see 3 types of energy. He's not going to answer this question very well. But he sees 3 types of energy. All of the forms are not needed because only electrical powers the lamp. Okay, so then I'm going to go back, being the science teacher that I am, I'm going to help him understand. So again, I need to make sure I'm using the same color font, and I'm going to say, I see what you mean, but we need all 3 types of energy because we cannot create or destroy energy. That's the law of energy. That's our law of conservation of energy. We cannot create or destroy energy. So we cannot create or destroy energy. If I want to light up a room using electromagnetic or light energy, I need electrical to power it. And I don't have to go any more depth from there. You don't have to answer every little piece or every error that somebody might make. But that's just explaining how there's another type of energy that's needed. Now, I do know that thermal energy is also used because some of that energy, when we have a transformation, is wasted as heat. So that's why the lamp gets really hot after a certain amount of time. So I am responding to his statement and just trying to help him understand. So I'm going to leave that down there. I might do a little bit of formatting before I share this assignment with you, but in general, that's what I want you to do. So we're going to respond on our own, and then I want you to go back and comment on one person, just to help them understand, help clarify your understanding, and really use each other to learn and grow. So when you are finished, your whole group is going to turn this in. If you have problems turning it in, you guys can just share it with me. Or you can just share it with me, please, via email. So you can click up here in the top right-hand corner and click share. If you have any questions, if you need help working through this assignment, or somebody is not responding because maybe they're out for the day or something, just send me an email and let me know. That's okay. I will not be in school tomorrow, but I will be available to help answer questions for you. So again, there are 9 different cards. Just do the best you can to answer those. Talk to each other. You can kind of feed off of each other. That's why I want you to work in individual or in small groups. So again, let me know if you need help. If you get finished, make sure your study guide is done. If your study guide is done, then go ahead and practice your words on Quizlet. We have a test tomorrow, so make sure that you are prepared for that. We are not playing games. If really you cannot sit and study anymore, then I want you to pick one of the activities, either language arts or math, on your iReady.